Today I want to compare two trim restorers. Both of these are purchased from Amazon. First up, we have the plastic restorer, ceramic plastic coating, trim restore, lasts over 400 washes, easy to apply, one wipe to new, long lasting. You only need 5 to 10 milliliters that'll last for 3 to 6 months. Advanced protection, prevent premature wear and fading caused by UV rays and road grime. Safe on all surfaces. Next up is Rust-Oleum Wipe New, suitable for renewing, restoring, and protecting worn automotive trim and plastic surfaces. The nanopolymer formula penetrates deep and restores damage from weather exposure and other elements like oxidation, fading, sun, and more. Works fast, dries in 1 hour, wait 24 hours before exposing to moisture. Long-lasting formula, continuous protection from UV and liquids for years, up to 100 car washes. Instantly restores the color and shine to faded surfaces. So let's go ahead and look inside of each one. I'm going to put a meter up here to kind of reflect what I'm feeling as I'm going through reviewing these products. I immediately get a little bit better impression as everything is packaged together in a nice sealed bag. Let's look at the plastic restorer. And you know, it's 2 bottles in here, so I'm liking it. 2 applicators. I don't see instructions inside, and everything's loose, including the caps are not tight on the bottle, so that's a little bit of a drawback. And yeah, this cap here was about to fall off as well, but I will give them some credit. Their seal on the bottle was really good, and thank God for that. This came in an Amazon box with a bigger order, so everything definitely got shuffled around, and the caps were definitely loose on both bottles. One was completely off. I bought this product hoping it was really close to the Cerakote, so instead of comparing Cerakote and the Wipe New, I was trying to come up with another similar product, but this isn't quite like Cerakote. We'll see how it does in comparison. Cerakote actually has a very good reputation, so we'll see how it stacks up. So opening up this package here, we do have instructions. So with everything together here, everything's looking pretty good, except for I'm starting to realize here that something has leaked out inside of this bag, because the instructions are hard and they're stuck together. And I don't think this paper is, it's not supposed to be this way. So the instructions have gotten saturated by the product. So I'm impressed less and less here with their packaging anyway. So yeah, when you can't even get your instructions open, that's pretty frustrating. So yeah, not happy about that. Let's see how many packages are leaking, because I see they are bloated. Yeah, this one has some kind of nick in it. It was inside the box, so I think that was done with their packaging or assembly. And this one, it feels like it's got something on the outside of it, and yeah, the air squeezes right out of it. So yep, this one definitely leaked some of the product out. Not happy about that. Should probably have on gloves while handling it, but the ones that they put with the kit are inside where the product has leaked, so that's no good. Now this one actually feels good. It's bloated, but it's sealed, and if I get 2 of them that way, I'll be happy for now. There we go. So yeah, not as impressed as I was to start with the Rust-Oleum Wipe New, but as long as I got 2 packs to continue my test, I'm only going to do half the vehicle in this case anyway, so hoping this is not a common thing. Maybe the shelf life on this product is not great. It's a good day to go ahead and get started. So today is September the 2nd. It's a nice cloudy day after the storms. We'll give a once over on this Subaru Tribeca. I felt like this would be a very good vehicle to test out, since it has a lot of plastic trim all the way around the complete car on the bottom edge, truly bumper to bumper. And while I was thinking about adding some treatment or coating to this vinyl, I definitely wanted to take time to go ahead and order at least 2 and maybe split it right down the middle and just see which one does the best in a real world scenario. Before the storm, it was actually clean well, and a little bit of dirt from the rain and stuff may accumulate. I'm just going to wipe it off just to be a fair test. It'll all be done the same way, and everything is completely dry, so we should be good to go. I'm going to start with the Rust-Oleum Wipe New. We discussed the instructions getting coated with the product, and I have on my own gloves here. As long as I don't need more than 1 or 2 of these pouches to do half the vehicle, I'm not even going to hold that against them in my test, because this is a lot of trim on one vehicle, to be honest. I'm going to put a little gauge or meter up here to show how I'm feeling about this as I'm applying it. I'm going to call it the impressometer. I do like that this is a little terry cloth and it's very saturated, and it tells you to fold it up into quarters, and that makes sense because we can get 8 clean surfaces out of this one wipe. That's pretty cool. We'll start off here. Of course, I'm right-handed and starting off left-handed here so the camera can get a better view going to my left, but this curved surface a little bit harder than it looks to go straight. I'm making sure to go vertical some, since I will have a lot of horizontal down the sides while applying. Let's switch over to my right hand, and this stuff does apply very well, and it wets very well on the plastic trim. Going to come back with my right hand now and make a little bit straighter line here for the comparison between the two. I'm making an effort here to go horizontal and vertical so we can see if there's any difference in the way this applies, but hopefully it overlaps and looks good either way. So far this product is going on extremely well. Just wipe, and when it starts to get soiled you can just flip it over, and you can do that 8 times. It's just cleaning and restoring the trim. And as we come around the bumper here, I'm not even that concerned that I'm running out, because this just seems to keep applying. This is still the same wipe, so it's no doubt in my mind at this point the 2 wipes that I had in my kit that was usable, they absolutely could have done this whole vehicle even though it has a lot of trim. So I am happy about that. If I wanted to complete this vehicle, I do have the other pouch to use on the other half if I did desire to, as well as some that may be still in those other packets as well. But that's what we look like on this applicator cloth after one half of the vehicle. So overall, very impressed. It didn't start off that well with the packaging, but as far as results at this point, right after applying it, I couldn't imagine it being any better. So now let's go with the plastic restorer kit that claims to be a ceramic plastic coating trim restore. It comes with the sponges in these bottles, and I have shaken this bottle up. I don't think I was recording when I done it, and you'll see me throughout the video with shaking it up as well, hopefully. But one thing, it does take a good bit to get the sponge ready to apply, and it still wants to streak even though I have applied a good bit to it. So starting off, I'm not as impressed as I was with the Wipe New, but we'll see how it covers. I feel like I got to keep applying it about every couple wipes, and it's actually looking like it's streaking where I've already been, so I'm actually adding some more and going back over it. So that's not a good sign. This is going to take about twice the time as the Rust-Oleum Wipe New. You just keep shaking it up as we go around, and got to get the sponge pretty saturated for it to actually apply well. And we definitely still see streaking. So this one would definitely need 2 coats. To be fair, Wipe New did great with 1 coat, so that's all this one's going to get as well. And we're going to compare them and give them some time. Yeah, I see it's already streaking before I can even move on. So not really impressed with this product. I will say everybody's different, but I have a lot more trouble holding on to the sponge than the little cloth. The cloth was great about getting in the little cracks and crevices, and then you could lay it down flatter for a larger surface area. I really like the little terry cloth wipe much more than I thought I would initially. So there we go, right after application on both of them. It's a cloudy day, but I think you can still see pretty well. The Rust-Oleum wipe new, pretty much like magic. When you wipe it on there, it just instantly shines and coats it. And you can tell a dramatic difference here as we go across to the plastic restore spray. Yeah, just a lot lacking there. Yeah, this one spot right here, you can tell how quickly it's streaked up. And then the bumper also is very streaky, where the wipe new is shiny, and it blended together extremely well. So I will say overall, very impressed with the wipe new. As a bonus here, I'll take my truck. It's a 2018 Tacoma, and I'll take the packet that is almost dried out and just see how far I can go with just the trim on the fender shrouds, because that's all I have on this truck that really needs it. So I'll just see how far that one wipe will take it. Back now is September the 11th. We got to take a moment here to pause. Got to remember, it's been 9 days since I applied the trim restore, and today's a damp morning, so I thought it would be a good day to take a look at it and see how it's doing, how it's beading up. And we see that the wipe new is doing very good, and that the plastic restore, every time water runs down it, it's just running off, so it's not holding up well at all. If we look at the wipe new around the driver's side, as shown on the impressometer, it's very good. The shine is very obvious. When we start with the passenger side here, we see that very streaky. It's worn off very quickly. This stuff seemed more to me like the old Armor All spray than it did anything else. I doubt I'll be using the rest of it. Just really wasn't worth the time. It may look a little better, but at least it wasn't even streaky before, you know. It was just needing a little bit of restoring. So this is what my Tacoma looks like. You also see it beading up, so I'm very impressed. This was not a very soaked terry cloth at all, so you are going to see some spots that wasn't properly applied. So I could have taken out another wipe and finished it, but I just want to see how far I could go with the semi-dried packet. And it done very well for what little bit I had. So later on in the day with the sun shining, just one more final overview. Again, the wipe new side is fantastic. I definitely was hoping that it wasn't going to be this obvious which one's better than the other, but needless to say, it is. The wipe new definitely stole the show, and for the price, it's going to be hard to beat. I wanted to compare it to a similar product like Cerakote that did well for other reviews, and I chose to get a similar product, or what I thought was a similar product, called Plastic Restore, a ceramic plastic coating trim restore, but it just didn't work out like I had hoped, and it actually cost more than the Rust-Oleum. More product, it didn't work nearly as well and cost more. So hope you found this video helpful. If you did, please like, share, and subscribe. I'm going to have some links down in the video description so you can check these out for yourself if you're interested. I'll also have some links to some items that I use a lot on my workbench that I find very helpful. Any of those links you click on are affiliate links, and they help support the channel, and I greatly appreciate it. So thanks so much for watching, and God bless.